What is up, guys? It is John, and I am back with another director's cut. And this one's a good one. I went on a road trip a couple of years ago with my good friend Ray the Explorer, and we went on a road trip together. My first YouTube road trip I ever went on, and we went to Kentucky. We went north up 75 into Lexington. Oh wow, did you see that amazing movie maker edit there? Anyways, so we traveled into Kentucky, went to Lexington, Louisville, and on our way home, we stopped by this place, the Glendale Children's Home. It was an orphanage that had sat abandoned for nearly 10 years by the time we went in. It looks like it's been abandoned much longer, but at least the main building has been abandoned for about 10 years. Now, the basement of this one was flooded, as you saw a minute ago when I was outside. And these are some creepy buildings. They set out in the middle of nowhere. Nothing around them, no houses, just empty pasture land, and that's all. We were told about this place by my friend Benny, who used to do YouTube. So we went and checked it out, and it was pretty creepy. This was, of course, a daytime explorer, so we were just urbex exploring during this video, but a lot of good memories from that road trip with Ray. We filmed some good content. I was still fairly new at the YouTube game at this time, so you'll see my transitions were movie maker quality. Not super proud of it, but it's growth. You see it. My videos are a lot different now than they were then, and I'm proud of what this has done. The development over time, what this channel has become, especially right now. I struggled with kind of an identity. And I feel like at this moment now, I've kind of found my happy place with YouTube and making videos. So I'm very, very content. But there were several of these little buildings that we're in now. I say little; they were fairly decent size. But these buildings here were like smaller than the main building. And this, okay, I'll get back to that. This is the padded room. All fabric, soft floor, or I don't know if I can't remember if the floor is blue. Maybe I show it. The ceiling was padded. You look down, the floor is padded too. So this was like, if they had a student who was kind of getting out of control. I think everyone knows what a padded room is for. Someone trying to inflict harm on themselves, something like that. They would be put in those to have a cool down period. And then once they've cooled down, then talking can resume. Look at the moss on the floor in here. It's so beautiful. Like, there's something beautiful about decay. Like buildings that are being reclaimed by nature. Nature will always take back over. We can keep it clean, but if we don't attend to it, nature will take it over and reclaim it as its own. Pretty cool pink subway tiles in there too. But yeah, the end of the hallways was weird. It had this weird mirror effect because it's two identical rooms, and it was like the doorways were at this weird angle and split at the end of the hallway. So it had this weird mirroring effect. But anyways, back to what I said earlier. These buildings, they're like these 3 or 4 cookie cutter buildings. They're exactly the same design. Made exactly the same, and they were designed like small. Honestly, if I was to describe it, it'd be like a little medical clinic or something. If you ever been to something like that, or like a small, really small school, which is what it was. And you see right there's the floor plan. And there was more than that. There was like 10 of them originally, and most of them been torn down. Now that freaks me out right there. That black stagnant water. And this place used to be wide open. Like, just walk in and do whatever you want. But you'll see this building here. I think they had stopped using it long before we went, like 2009, because it is in a much further state of decay than some of the other buildings. Now this is creepy. Somebody walked around barefoot. I guess it was paint. Those footprints were eerie. I remember when I saw those, I was just like, "Whoa, that's weird." It was like the handprints at the children's mental asylum in Virginia. It had handprints all over the wall. And it was just eerie. And this here, stuff like this, I like it, and it makes me sad at the same time because I don't know if students painted this or the teachers or both, but a lot of work was put into that. A lot of effort and love and care was put into that, and it's all gone now. But yeah, you can just see how much further these buildings are decayed. This one is than the one you just saw before, because we're in the second building now, and this place is crazy. Like, I've actually, now you see the mirror effect at the end of the hallway there as I'm walking. It's a weird look. And there was one point where I did see it look like somebody walked off into one of those rooms, and I thought it was Ray. And I went and I was talking to him, and I entered the room and no one was there. I wasn't filming at the time. I had stopped filming and was checking something, and I walked back there. I don't even know if I mentioned it in the video or not, but I will say, if you haven't seen this video, this is actually two. I'll go ahead and say this is two videos in one. I did a part 1, part 2 type of thing, which I don't do a whole lot anymore. So for this director's cut, I put them together and upload them together. But I will link both of those down below for you if you haven't seen them and you want to see it. But you see here it's just a vast nothing. It's just all farmland, pretty much as far as you can see. At night, you can see a street light like maybe a mile away. But we were alone here. All the times I've been there, I think I've only seen 1 or 2 cars drive by. Now this building, as you can see, is very structurally unsound. I did not spend a whole lot of time in here. As you see, the walls are collapsing, and it's a pretty deep basement. Now that room there would have been the same as the padded room in that first building. I explore this side of the building, but I don't the other, because it's just, with the structural issues, it's not worth it. It's just really not, because this is the third building that's exactly the same. So I was just like, I'm not going to go down there. You've seen it twice already. And there may be something cool there, but I highly doubt it. And yeah, just look at that. Buildings are crumbling to nothing. I think some of them have been tore down at this point. I know the main building, which we get to here in a few minutes, it was set on fire, and the inside has burned out since we've been there, which gives it a really creepy vibe inside. But it just, a lot of fire damage in it now. And I think they've tore it down. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know the plans are to tear it down, so I'll probably never go again to this place. And as you see there, it says to be continued. Now we move into part 2. And here's the gymnasium that was there. It's pretty cool. I thought it was a church because it had like a tower, a steeple tower on it. You can see some of the old basketball courts still laying there. That was like their little stage where they'd do performances. I guess if they graduated, they would walk across it. And I actually, after filming all these, I've been contacted by a few people that actually went there and lived at this place. And from what I hear, they said it was a really awesome place. They enjoyed themselves there, had a lot of fun. Now we're in the main building. This was like the lunchroom, cafeteria room. This is the best I could figure, because when we go in the back here, it's like a kitchen area. So I imagine this is where they'd all gather up to eat. And you can see how hot it is. I'm just pouring sweat. Now I'm probably, 75 to 100 pounds bigger than I am now there. So, you can see it in the face. But fortunately, this basement wasn't very flooded. We could go down in it. But man, the molds. Oh, that's right. This is actually the basement of the gymnasium right here. Somehow I got my clips switched around, and the basement of the gymnasium was after that cafeteria part. This is not in order of how I filmed it, but yeah, this was like the locker rooms, bathrooms, and stuff for the gym. We found a few cool things in here, but not a whole lot. And then we'll get to see closed doors in abandoned places. Man, it takes a lot of nerves for me to open that door. It really does, because you don't know if somebody's in there or what's in there. It could be animals, could be people, could be something dead or someone dead. You just don't want to mess with that. It gets scary. There's a bunch of cups in here, foam cups. Those foam cups will be in the ground far longer than this building will. Like if this building was just left to nature and crumbled up, one day somebody would dig and find some of the cinder blocks, but they'd still be foam cups there in the ground. And centuries from now, they'd be trying to figure out what in the world is that. After our time goes and whatever beings come after us here. Now we're in the main building. Of course, I'm checking out the fire panel because that's what I used to do for a living. I used to work on fire systems when I had a real job, But here we are exploring the main building. Really cool structure, very old structure. Creepy, for sure, especially when we're here at night. When we came back here at nighttime, it was extra creepy. I think we came back that night, maybe. I know I went back with Vinny. I don't know if Ray was with me then or not. I can't remember. But I've been back to this at night a couple times. I know I heard James and Tim, and of course the infamous time when Tim passed out was in this building here. Actually, I think outside the room I'm in now is where Tim passed out. He fainted, and we found him laying in the floor. But Ray showed me the mold warning sign. But at the time there was zero no trespassing signs and signs that said enter at your own risk because of mold. So we risked it, and I'm glad I did. It's cool seeing places like this, and getting to wonder, what it was like to be there in its heyday. Was they good to the kids that were here? The few that have commented and emailed me said that they loved it there and they were treated very well, so that's good. That's good to hear. Now this clip for some reason is in another one of the buildings, but it had a suicide contract, and now I know what it is. At the time I was like, what? I'd never seen this before. I wasn't very familiar with what went on in children's homes like this. But I'd say there's a lot of emotion and psychological stress to deal with when your only family is people that work at this facility here, and you don't have family to stay with at that time. It's got to be sad and depressing, so I'm sure that was an issue. It seemed like they worked hard on it, with the padded rooms, and they had contracts where you had a counselor that probably they would have a discussion, sign a contract saying, hey, before you do this, you're going to come talk to us. You're going to let someone know what you're feeling, and that's a good thing. Let someone know there's someone to talk to. It's not going to be the end of the world. life can go on no matter what. But oh yeah, I remember this. We found floppy disks, and for you young people that don't know, floppy disks are old school memory cards. I used to use them when I was a kid in school. We had floppy disks we'd save stuff on, and yeah, that's about it. I just think it's funny. I've got to see progression in technology a lot in my lifetime. Like, it's changed a lot. We've hit like a really technological age now. But yeah, this basement was just a mess. And I think we found a 55-gallon drum of mustard. If this is the right place. And one of these rooms is a big 55-gallon barrel of mustard. And I didn't know that it ever made that big of mustards, but it could be a 5-gallon bucket. I might be thinking this wrong. But there's something here that's a big thing of mustard. Yeah, there they are. The big 55-gallon barrels of mustard. Now, I understand a lot of kids, honey Dijon mustard, and those were full. And I'm just thinking to myself, who orders a 55-gallon barrel of honey Dijon mustard? That's a lot of mustard. Like, if you squirted mustard on a hot dog, you're not even putting an ounce on it. You're putting like, I don't know, a quarter of an ounce, or I don't know, just a little strip of mustard. A little 8-ounce bottle lasts me months. Let alone a 55-gallon. I guess they went through a lot of mustard. I don't know. It beats the heck out of me. There's the old furnace there, the water pipe furnace. You can see all the mold on the wall. Look at the floor. It's wet, moldy, nasty. Ray's getting a shot over there. But a lot of stuff, a lot of children's clothes were still in here. And there's of course nighttime videos. I may or may not do director's cuts on. I think I scheduled myself to do one on the one with me, Tim. I might already did that one actually. Gosh, I've got so much going on right now, guys. I'm trying to keep up with it. I got so many projects, so many things I'm editing and working on, fixing to go film. I'm keeping myself pretty busy right now, which is good, because my volume of content, as you've noticed, if you follow the channel closely, is going way up. Some of y'all might have started seeing new types of videos. Some of you who follow my second channel will recognize some of the stuff I'm uploading onto the main. I'm not doing an explanation video to that. I'll tell you all here, if you're watching this, hey, I'm basically committing all my efforts to the main channel. I'm going to do stuff on the second channel, like live streams and stuff. I'm going to do things on the second channel, but it's going to be a little different. This channel here has been successful, and I feel like I'm shortchanging myself by separating my content. This channel is me. It's who I am. It's what I do, and this is what you're going to get. It's going to be a variety, and I know some people don't like that, but it is what it is. I want, in order for me to put my best content out, I gotta be enjoying what I'm doing. And if I'm not enjoying it, I'm not in it, and it's not gonna be the best content. So, it's like I said, it's taken me a while, but I think I've struggled with finding kind of my identity and what I want to do with this platform. And I think now I'm feeling really good about it. I'm happy. I love what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. But yeah, this is the upstairs, and I know this is one of the parts that did catch on fire. And I was sent a photo from Whitney from Life of it just black. The whole hallway's just black up there from the fire. And I don't know why somebody set it on fire. People ain't got nothing better to do, I guess. But like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I seen what that string went to. I don't know why I didn't show it with a camera. I'm pretty sure it went to a light, like a light pull string there. But I'll never know because I didn't show it with a camera. I don't remember. But sorry for rambling, guys. This is what I get when I try to commentary 22 minutes of footage. Actually, 23. It's 1 second for being 23 minutes long. But it was a lot of fun. I enjoy doing these. I know you all do. I always get positive feedback on the director's cuts. But I'm doing them every Saturday. That's going to be the theme. I'm trying to get structure with the channel and what to upload when I upload. And Saturdays is at like noon. I think Saturdays at noon is when I want to upload the director's cuts and have them available for you to watch every week. With the exception of the 4th of July, I'm uploading some content for 4th of July. It's actually from last year, but it's a nice fireworks show, a fun festival, because they're not doing festivals this year. So I figured I'd put something up that was cool, beautiful fireworks show from last year. It went on the second channel, but it's never aired here on this channel. So you'll be looking forward to that on the 4th of July. But Tuesdays and Thursdays is my creepy video days for you creepy people who only like my haunted explorations, paranormal investigations. Tuesdays and Thursdays are what I'm dedicating to those. So there you go. Rest of it's going to be it's a hodgepodge. It's going to be fun stuff mainly. Travel vlogs, metal detecting. The things I enjoy doing. Going to arcades is something I really had a lot of fun with lately. So look forward to that. It's coming, and there's going to be a lot of content here for you to watch. And I hope y'all enjoy all of it, because I have a lot of fun making it. Pretty much the only day of the week I'm guaranteed not to upload will be Sundays. So, but with that, guys, we're down to the last few seconds here. Just kind of cycling through some shots. I appreciate y'all watching these. I appreciate all the love and feedback I get from you. And I hope y'all have a great day. And I will see you next week on the next Director's Cuts.